toward elucidation and fuller understanding. But as soon as we endeavor to penetrate more deeply, every path will end in darkness. Oh, beautiful sky and amber grain, purple mountainsides, lonely bullets. Unfurled, the pain body speaks in repose. Where there is will, apathy, and subjection, I am a faithful servant gone to market. Gradually, purity, the blood idea, will soften the contour of each living man, drawing out the will to power to command enormity. Vagrant and enwrapped, a body sorely knit like mine, a mighty swirling column of refuse and scraps. To see after it and see to it I am. That I am, I cater annihilation. I will break your restless walking to flickers and taps. Burrowing, I torment dreams and waking fears, clear wind and notches of smoke. I scrounge and make do, scuttle and mangle and roam to make barren. Seeking, I find the inflammable ligature, the human thread, and use it as fuel. Yet, who can but come to table at the invitation of a feast? Charity compels, labor and conscience begs no pardon. Traversing the earth, I whistle and build, chisel and chur, amassing roving death dealers, porous ghosts, and memories of the bewildered dead's pathetic squealing. I nurse hatreds to dress hatreds, marshal squadrons of dogs, locusts, and carrion birds, and send them forth with poignant clarity. They shall run and not be weary. O drunken momentum, O sun-baked splatter. Insatiate, they too shall devour. Come and celebrate with me this triumphant living sin in praise of its stench, low and spiraling downward, hawkish whir, nexus of the eye, fallen to seed the ground. In praise of its deep structure and obscenity, its flesh wager and decomposition wilding, wagging into subtle architecture. Fingers, isolated joints, remnants of suppurating wounds. In praise of its bald-faced supplicants, coaxing the unseen with jars of jaw fragments and teeth, hair, and scalp wrapped in brown butcher paper and trinkets, obstinate vertebrae brushed a metallic blue. The bony burr of hatchet holes and skulls in rows like shoes for sale. Oh, I'm so glad you is come. Master says he wish you was in the bottom of the sea. But you ain't in the bottom of the sea. You is here. And oh, I'm so glad to see you. Phoneric display number 5. The bottom of the sea. June 14th, 1862. Oh, massa, the bottom ain't the bottom, see? Oh, you was, but you ain't in, you ain't in. And oh, I's so glad. Master says he wish you was in the bottom of the sea, but you ain't in the bottom of the sea, you is ya. Sea bottom with the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones. Sea bottom with the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones. The bones, the bones, the bones. Sea bottom with the bones and the cutlass shine. Shanty bottom with the bottles and the bones, the bones. Sharp bottom with the nigger shank, bones. Pulling up into the attic crawl space, the carapace, the mind saws hum wet metal circling, grazing, peripatetic upon dermis fat tissue, a solitary body's sudden doorframe pose. A body, a trick, a knot, a dare. The desire to belong extracts what no one knows remains, leaving enough to make eloquent my polite decay. She was speaking. Someone told me so. She was speaking, I heard it myself. She was speaking, air forced itself through walls. I have some living things. I have some things of indefinite shape. I have some liquid. I have some flexible things. I have some skin of an animal still on the living animal. I have some skin of an animal off the animal. I have a head still in use. I have a head off the body. They are laid there by others. The tarpaulin covering her body flat at the feet and fingertips. The difference between dream and reality is that of aberration and delay. The mind assimilates, accommodates, and arcs over and above, an aperture clouded with light. In dream, the blood is never wet. It is always already a neat stain and visible, as if it cannot extend itself beyond the frame's cropped tape. The gun barrel is cold and tidy. The cigarette smokes cool to the filter, and when she talks, instead of a past, there is a give, a puddle in the voice. Sometimes I pilgrim down trouble. Sometimes I yonder city, nobody kingdom kin. Sometimes I water heaven weary. Sometimes I balm over toss. Sometimes I valley fear. Sometimes I rough shadow. Sometimes I Jesus. Sometimes I Jesus. Sometimes I earth Sometimes